So what is Hyrox? Hyrox has really taken off in the last probably year. It's sort of taken over what CrossFit was in terms of that competition for people to train towards and build towards in their gym community, and it gives them to a race day. But the difference between a Hyrox and say a CrossFit is it's accessible for everyone, and really anyone can do Hyrox. Even if you walk, jog, run the 1K efforts, anyone can do it. It just takes you a little bit longer. Where CrossFit, some of the movements are very refined, need a lot of coaching, proper technique, and a lot of preparation over a long period of time for your safety as much as being able to actually compete. And CrossFit is known, even though they do have these little small ones in gyms, it's obviously known for the elite because of the movements that are being done. Where Hyrox, burpees, I mean, everyone can do it. Doesn't matter how slow you are, how fast you are. Everyone can pretty much get up and down unless you've got some injuries. Ski, rower, same thing. Sled, push, pull. So wall balls, lunges. So I'm going to just go through the Hyrox different divisions now. So you've got the Pro, which is a heavier sled, push and pull, heavier lunges, heavier wall balls, same ski distance, same rower, same runs. So other than that, it's exactly the same. And this is I guess the good thing. You're doing Hyrox at the same time as all these other people. You're just doing a little bit heavier with the Pro division. It's not that much different. It's just in terms of the technique, say it's on the sled pull, you're able to, within the open division, some people are able to really bust through that and just use your arms, where in the Pro division, you can't do that, it's too heavy. So that's probably the major differences in terms of the open and Pro. A lot of people say, or we'll do an open division first before having a crack at the Pro, which I think is a good idea, but I still reckon, I mean, if you're able and you're up to that standard, you're better off taking another 10 to 12 to 15 to half an hour more and doing the Pro division and really testing yourselves, and you can get better at that each and every single time. So with the age groups, they have different age groups all the way up. So, and this is where the World Championships really come into play. So if you win your division, you get a spot in the World Championships, which this year is in Chicago, which Kieran and I are doing a doubles pro in, which we won in the Sydney, and he's also doing his age group. He got first in Melbourne as well. So he's competed and won an age group, just like we've had Karen, Tongi. Tongi's won the whole thing, which is the difference, I guess. No, he hasn't won the age group, he's won that as well, but won the whole thing, and he's very close to sort of getting to that elite 15s. So when you do go for your Hyrox, you don't know how many people you're competing with or who you're competing with in your age group. So you just got to go as fast as you can, and you sort of see at the end how you go within your age group, and that gives you the opportunity to have a crack at World Championships against anyone in the world, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it, and it's something to train towards in Chicago, which again, you never know how you're going to go, because some age groups are obviously a lot more packed in than others. Some have, do you know what I mean, 100, some only have a small amount of 10. So depending on what age group you're going in and what division you're going in, gives you that opportunity to go to Worlds and test it against the best. The Elite 15 is the best 15 in the world, have majors in a couple of the cities around the world to compete for the championships as well, which is in Chicago. So again, that is the elite of the elite, and those, they have the best 2 times in for that year, and that gives them that spot in the Elite 15. So like Tongi's, I mean, building towards getting that second, he's got like a 58, but then you've got to get another one that's very close or even under that. And what he's told me in terms of the other destinations, obviously Hyrox is a worldwide sport now, is that some courses can be quicker, humidity, the way it's laid out, runs can be 1 lap, it could be New Zealand, I know, is 1 lap, where, I mean, some are 3 laps, 4 laps. The rock zone is different as well. So all these things come into consideration for a Hyrox time and a Hyrox event. So that is Hyrox, and that's why it's become so popular, because it's I guess accessible for every single person to jump in and have a crack. Doesn't matter what shape, size, age you are, you can get in and have a good crack at it and see how you go. So for me, in this preparation, the aim was since October the 14th, my nutrition was a target and a goal is to really refine that, continue on with my running, or ramp up, I guess, my running for Hyrox, and put a whole block in of Hyrox training for what probably has been about 12 weeks now of Hyrox training, which I've never done before. Different style of training, different movements that you're repetitively doing. So lunges, done a lot more lunges than I have previously, wall balls, sled push, heavy sled push, getting used to that. Probably haven't done as much sled pull as I should have. I'm sort of going to ramp that up over the next week and a half before, or just over a week before Hyrox. Just probably get another three sessions in of just getting that technique right. But even burpees, done a lot more burpees, different techniques of burpees, different way, and then a lot more threshold run, ski and rower efforts. So I know when I get on there for my Hyrox events, what pace I need to be sitting at and what stroke rate I want to be hitting to stay at that sort of threshold, not go over it. Because the minute you go over, you see it all the time, the minute you go over that threshold with anything of Hyrox, you've just lost it because your heart rate's going too fast, you can't recover, you need to rest, you end up slowing down dramatically. So we want to make sure we stay on that line there. That's why everyone sort of says about Hyrox is that's that threshold zone. You've got to be able to lift your threshold and get fitter and fitter so your threshold's higher to stay at, but not go over. A tipping point is very subtle, but it's very fine as well. So I've been working on that threshold and being able to sit at that, recover, different techniques and stuff. So I feel like I've improved. While doing that, I've been also trying to lean down and get as lean as possible. For Christmas Day, I sort of said, was my sort of target from October the 14th. So October, November, December, so it's been about sort of 13 weeks as well, tracking everything I have in MyFitnessPal, and I mean, pretty much staying around that sort of 90% of following exactly what I've set out to. So at the moment, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, I'm sitting at 2,150 calories. And then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I sit at 2,950 with a higher carb load. And then my weekend, my Saturday is a 1,670 calorie, but I've got a cheat meal after that. So that could be up to sort of 1,500 as well, cheat meal. So playing with a high carb day to a low carb day, this is higher than what I was sitting at about 2 weeks ago, but we've upped it now, getting ready for performance side, being more fueled. You will hear that you need to be fueled to be best prepared to give energy, or your energy levels need to be up there to be able to have that output. So I was for a little while there, probably 6 weeks, playing with that very subtle line of trying to lean up, but then performance was lacking and can't really have both. So gone back to sort of for a performance side in terms of having a little bit more calories. So won't see the sort of the leaning up as much as I would have, or dropping of body fat percentage as I would have if I was staying on what I was on. So at the moment, I mean, on my Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, I'm sitting at carbs 190, protein 190, and fats 70 grams for my 2,150 calories. And then on my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2,900 calories, got 400 grams of carbs. So really upping that. My protein stays exactly the same and my fats stay exactly the same. So upping it with those carbs, trying to use that as my energy source for my sessions that I'm getting into. The sessions that I have been doing with Hyrox, high intensity, short, sharp, some of them will go up to about an hour 15. So those are the longer ones that are more sustained. The running, 2 longer sessions, 8 to sort of 12K of easy runs, and then 2 sort of threshold interval runs that I've been doing. Incorporating that outside, treadmill, air runner. So trying to change everything up and not get bored. And that's where I've been able to sort of lean down, as you can see in the photos from when I started in Bali on 14th of October towards now. And then after Hyrox Melbourne, then we look to really lean up again for the remaining 2 weeks of this sort of, say, prep, let's say. which I've been putting a solid bit of work in. What you do here is, I mean, people want to get and see the results quite quickly, and they get maybe some people are frustrated where they are right now with their body. Maybe they let themselves go. Maybe they got a little bit lazy. That's just all normal. It's all a part of life. But you can sort of look at yourself and think you're so far away from where you want to get to. But all it is just day in, day out. It's like saying, okay, well, today I'm not exactly where I want to be. Okay, maybe let myself go a little bit, and I'm not happy with what I look like or how I feel. Okay, today's day one, and I'm putting it in, and I'm tracking what I'm eating. It's as simple as that, and I'm putting in the work in the gym. It's really as simple as that, and you're literally laying day after day after day into a 12-week period, into a 16, into a longer period, and then it becomes a sustainable journey on which you get back. So like if you're in that position now where you look back and you go, shit, I'm not where I want to be right now, but you can change that in 12 weeks. You can't make 12 weeks go in 12 days, but you can make 12 weeks go in 12 weeks if you start today. But it's not going to happen if you start in 2 months' time. It's going to be you're just delaying where you want to get to. So probably my biggest thing is if you want to get the results you want to get to, you need to start now. It's very simple. You're following a calorie deficit to get if you're looking at getting leaner, and you're putting the work in the gym that's required. So my gym work at the moment, 3 strength push, a pull, and a legs. I usually get that done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Get that done early in the week, and then I'll usually have a high Hyrox session on the Tuesday and a Friday and the Saturday. So they're my sort of high energy, high output sessions, which I had one with Erica the other day, and then I've got one on Friday this week, which will go for about an hour 15. Gives you that Hyrox preparation feel, simulation feel, just not doing the whole Hyrox. So all of this in preparation, as well as my strength and conditioning classes I do at the Performance Club. Feeling really good, leading into, I guess, Hyrox Melbourne. Put a lot of effort into this, and then we look to really launch into the next exciting thing, which I've had in the pipeline for pretty much when I finished the LA to Vegas run. I thought this was an idea that I wanted to do, and we'll look to announce that straight after Hyrox and get ready for it. So it's an exciting a period, but it's one of those ones where I just want to keep ticking off new and more things, and keep putting myself out there and keep growing, because if you're not growing, just going backwards. So if you're in that spot and you want to grow, make sure you keep pushing on and you start today. Make today the day you start, because it's you're only pushing what you want to get out of your life further and further away.